There's an awful lot of opportunities in aviation right now from all aspects.
The career field is really taking off. There's going to be a huge shortage of pilots, mechanics, pretty much anybody in the aviation field.
You could dig into this from the education perspective right now and start learning a career. See if there's a niche that you would like to follow.
That American Airlines were losing, I think, one pilot every 12 hours is retiring. So over half of our pilots have to retire in the next 7 years.
My involvement with the Canyon Pilots Association actually started as a member of the Canyon Country Ultralight Club. We started out helping with the fly-in breakfast that the Canyon Pilots Association was hosting. So we began to learn a little bit more about the Canyon Pilots Association and what their mission around the airport was and around the community. They started out with trying to promote aviation at the Wellsboro-Johnston Airport, but they also promoted safety in aviation. And as those fly-in breakfasts began to grow, we began to have some seed money that we thought we could probably interest some youth in aviation and some aviation education. And so we began with a couple scholarships. One student went to Embry-Riddle in Florida, and we helped offset some of that tuition. That student's actually gone on now and is a captain in an airline. And then we had another student we helped out with some scholarships while he was in a four-year college. So as that environment began to grow, we looked at what else can we do? How can we grow aviation locally and continue to support our youth? And we got the idea that we could do that through adding a flight simulator to the area. Flight simulator would do several things. It would help the local pilots and our members of the Canyon Pilots Association continue along the safety theme. You can really do things that you don't have to try and do in an airplane while sitting in a safe environment in front of a simulator. There was a couple of us that went out to Wisconsin to Oshkosh Air Venture, and we started evaluating these flight simulators in person to see what might fit our applications and what really might fit the students' needs as well as our pilots. So we came up with this Redbird flight simulator. Right now it's set up as a Cessna 172, but you can set it up as any aircraft. And it's also set up to fly right here at the Wellsboro-Johnston Airport. There was a fixed-based operator by the name of Richard Johnston. He was here since right after World War II and ran it for many years. And unfortunately, we lost him a number of years ago. But a lot of the folks in the area that knew him donated money to his memory. And this is the Richard C. Johnston Memorial Flight Simulator. So his spirit lives on, trying to promote aviation, continuing flight instruction, continuing with youth. So with that in mind, we started inviting several area high schools in. We've had over 100 sessions in the last year on this flight simulator. Now this is how far you're dropping per minute. That's 1,000. Altitude. You're all right. Yeah, now you're still in good shape.
I'm Ben Barnett. I'm here today to try out the flight simulator and to learn more about a career in aviation. In the future, I'd like to try to join the Air Force and try to get my pilot's license in there. If not, have some instruction before then, and then from there, hopefully get my commercial pilot's license and do whatever that takes me to.
You're all right. There's lots of runway there. You don't have to land on the first part of it.
Is it supposed to be like our airport, runway 28?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. See the canyon out in here?
Yeah.
I'm Caitlin Kramer. I'm out here with a group of students learning how to use the flight simulator that was just recently bought. I'm currently taking flight lessons out at this airport. I really enjoy flying, and it's one of my favorite hobbies.
There you go. There you go. She's on the airport.
My name is Mike Petropola. I'm the principal at Raquel Butler Middle School, and we'd like to thank the airport for this opportunity to these students that can get an idea of what it's like to fly and check out some of the controls and different things in the airplanes. This has been a wonderful introduction to utilize the simulator. One of the big things that we need to do a better job of is educating our students on the opportunities in these different fields. One of the big things that we're dealing with right now is STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, and all these different fields that can be incorporated into jobs, and we need to start educating them on, and getting them out into the field in the airport is just one of those opportunities.
Get yourself another notch of flaps here. Slow yourself down just a little bit.
I'm Rachel Meinert. I am the school counselor at Coudersport High School. This day was initially set up by Christy Steger, our business teacher, and she opened up this opportunity for students who would like to see the flight simulator here at the airport. As a school counselor, I know the importance of exposing students to a variety of career opportunities.
There's a lot of opportunity in the pilots and fields connected to it. I mean, it's you got anywhere from your controllers to your AMPs to guys working on them. I'm a farmer, so I'm in ag business, and I talk to a lot of guys who do spray. Well, we were just in Indiana on the way to Oshkosh, and there was 2 spray planes there, and we were talking about, one guy was 62 and the other was 63. And these guys say, I said, well, but how about young pilots? He says, we hardly can find anybody.
My name is Ralph Wolstenholme. I've come over today to Wellsboro Johnson Airport to introduce some of our local students to our simulator. So we brought the kids out here, we showed them what the inside of the airplane looks like, talked about the control surfaces, and once again by looking into the aircraft they could see that the controls and things that are in the aircraft that they have right here behind me is also the same controls that we have on our simulator inside the terminal building.
What we're trying to do here is provide opportunities for our students that are a little bit different than what they've had in the past. I've been involved in education for the last 20 years and seen great changes. And what we're doing is providing our students with an opportunity to explore different careers, have different options for their future, and we are really excited to see where this is going. One of the examples would be the drone industry. That has become very popular and a very lucrative business. So students are able to actually have experience with the drones, have curriculum once that is completely developed by the AOPA, and the opportunity for students to graduate with a certificate in drone operation is very exciting. A few years ago, PDE gave us opportunities to bring career exploration into our high schools. So what we're trying to do is develop coursework that works and mirrors with industry. All of our students now are not just on an academic path, but it's career and college readiness. So this provides an avenue for our students to explore the career side. And what people don't understand is the career side often leads them to an educational side beyond. So this just starts their career exploration, and who knows where it will take them in the future. It may lead to a college degree, or it may lead right into the industry itself.
What this program is going to afford our students in Wellsboro is those opportunities to be able to obtain certifications and allow our students to get a lot of the groundwork completed before they leave school and have those opportunities on their own time, or through some scholarship funding potentially to operate some flight time with the instructors out at the airport.
I think this is a really great program. It would have really helped me because it would have been something I could do during school instead of an activity that I had to do outside by myself, because there's a lot of time and effort that you have to put into flying, and if people had the chance to do that in school, I think they would get more response to it.
We've worked with the Wellsboro High School in particular and the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association, also known as AOPA, to get some curriculum into the high school, which this is their first year for doing that, and hopefully that will develop into a 4-year program. They have also made an application for grant money to American Airlines, and they have been successful at receiving a grant for that. So all of those kinds of things, the Canyon Pilots Association is trying to plant the seeds, start the environment where we can help grow and promote aviation, not only for our own pilots and for their safety, but for youth. Hopefully we can give them a format that they can make a decision, or at least have an option to consider a career in aviation, whether it's an ATC or traffic control, whether it's as a mechanic, or whether it's in the left seat of a major airline.
A lot of people don't realize that there's an airport in Wellsboro. For the longest time, people thought I went up to Elmira every day to do my flight lessons, and a program in our school would really make people realize that we do have an airport in Wellsboro, and this is a source that's very close to them. And if they would just take the time to look around, they could get involved in something really amazing.